So good morning. I've had something on my mind and I've been trying to get my thoughts together on it to share it. Um, and I'm I wanted to talk about this idea, when I always hear this, my ex. My ex, like just the term my ex. Um and just how it has always really hit me funny. And over the years, because I'm this scandalous woman and I've been divorced multiple times, I've always referred to them as my former spouse, like my former spouse. Like I didn't call them my ex. And it was just more respectful for me. Um, like when you think about it, it's like at one point you really cared about this person, you cared about them deeply, and um, made intention of being with this person for an extended period of time. And I think that it, what ends up happening, at least for me, and I don't think it's just for me, I think it's sort of the human condition, is what we end up doing is we end up demonizing people so that it'll be easier for us to deal with the separation. And so we go through our minds all of the characteristics, and we have to hold on to all the characteristics that led to the divorce and or the separation, and how horrible this person was and why I could never be with this person, and so that we don't have to deal with the sadness of the loss. And my brain has really been reverting back quite a bit the last few days to my most recent spouse. And sometimes I wonder, just something I wonder about is, why is he coming to mind so much? And maybe he's thinking about me. I don't know. But it's like sometimes I wonder if the reason why we're thinking about them is they're thinking about why all of a sudden am I back to living in the past. But I've sort of gotten to a point with it where, I mean, it was really, really, really great. I think about my experience, just minus his, but my experience in that was just so incredibly great. Um, when I met him, it was like two worlds colliding. It was like these two worlds collided, and it was like the coolest um, thing for me, because I had shared that I was really looking for something entirely different, and I thought that I had found that in him, but I did find that in myself in him, and I enjoyed the way that I felt, and the feeling of really loving someone, to really love them completely, and to be open and have abandon and practice the art of actually loving someone. And I eventually had to love him enough to let him go. I had to let him go because he um, and and another aspect of what I've been thinking about has been these masks that we wear. I listened to Abraham Hicks yesterday. They had done this segment on lying, and I think that a lot of times we present ourselves in such a way because we don't want to be alone, and we want to be loved, and we enjoy being loved, and so we bend ourselves into a pretzel to try to be someone else for someone. And I actually didn't do that with him. I didn't do that with my most recent spouse, and I think I just kind of drove him a little nuts because I was always just so freaking authentic. It must have been nauseating. But anyway, and it's just been the weirdest 7 months. I have to tell you, I can't even like this because I've talked like a lot about this idea of truth, like ultimate truth, and then reality, and they're not really being this objective reality, but then there is like full on falsehood, full on deception, and and I have had a rough time telling like what is like a full on lie, in the sense that it's like a complete deception and and like truth. And like for example, I think there is either one or multiple people on social media who have contacted me, and it all has to do with money. It has to do with basically getting like pretty large substantial amounts of money, and it actually kind of makes me laugh because I don't have any money. And I must be like quite an enigma to them, in the sense that I'm in this space of manifesting, like this idea of manifesting the life of my dreams, and I'm not entirely sure like who or what that is. It's coming together though, and I'm understanding better. But this idea of these scams is just really astounding to me. It astounds me that anybody could live this way, like that they could actually base their life around deceiving people out of money. It actually like is astounding to me that anybody could actually do that and live that way. But anyway, that's all for today. I love you guys. Bye.